Greetings, greetings, and salutations. Peace and power. Pazi parer. I'm a little late. Got a little caught up on a phone call, but I'm here now, as promised, and I'm gonna get right on in here. Remember, we are reading Hoe Tactics. Okay. Remember, I said we're reading Hoe Tactics. Somebody said, is it a kink novel? That's what he said. Is it a kink novel? We're reading Hoe Tactics. There's so much to be learned when we don't take offense to everything, you know. There's so much to learn, you know. There really is. Anyway, so this content does read a little aggressively. You know, my favorite part that we've covered so far is when he was like, you've given grown ass men your grown ass time, your grown ass attention, your grown ass pussy for what? The shiny end of the stick or the tip of the dick or something. I was like, what? And that was in the first few pages. All right, so I'm gonna jump right on in there. I'm late, so I'm not expecting those of us who've been following along to all be here, but it'll be here for the weekend, and I won't read again until next week, so we'll have time to catch up. All right, we are picking up at Top Shelf Dick. Okay, so the last thing we read was we are in the chapter where we talk about being disciplined around dick still. So we're still in this chapter. If you weren't here, we talked about how nobody wants to talk about it, but the average woman is, one, in denial about why they have sex with certain men faster than others, and two, in denial about how, I want to say how easy they are, because we don't like to be like that now. I ain't easy for everybody. Like, I'm a choosy hoe. I pick who I listen. Yeah, about that. Hold on one second. Let's try to get this bun up. Honey, my little City Trends glitter is falling everywhere. Hey, Lakeisha. Hey, sis. I love you. I always be happy to see you. Okay? Anytime you on the thing, I think about your smile and shit, then I'll be smiling. Anyway. All right. So the next thing was that, okay, hold on. Let me try to pull one thing from this. How most American women, and if we're going to be honest, are hard to talk about, are weak around men that they're attracted to. Okay? They admittedly say that they are physically weak, okay? They don't have no physical strength. They don't have no willpower. No, none of that when they're around somebody that's cute, okay? So we talk about, in this chapter, real discipline, meaning that you're wanting something and understanding why you want it, and then making a conscious and unwavering decision to abstain because you don't need it. And then fake discipline is wanting something, not fully understanding why you want it so bad, and trying to hold out using willpower to fight the part of you that must have it. Okay? And again, if you was here yesterday, cool, but for the people who weren't, I just want to give them a quick recap. It says willpower alone can't save you because it often conflicts with the logic of the mind's pleasure principle. In ratchet terms, a welfare queen who wants a Gucci bag can try to fight off the urge to blow that EBT money, but having that bag gonna make her feel like a boss bitch when she walk in the club. Her mind reinforces this with pleasure logic. Them kids love ramen noodles, and mama deserves something for herself, don't she? In non-ratchet terms, it's similar to the way someone on a diet sees a piece of red velvet cake. They shouldn't have it, but their mind is reminding them that one little piece won't hurt. All right. So in this chapter, we also talk about how, and we use the difference because it is called hoe tactics. We're talking about how the hoe is oftentimes a more disciplined woman than the woman who says she's not a hoe. The woman who pretending like she not this, she say she never done it. She say she never tried. She's sitting there telling a motherfucking lie. Really, you have these women who could be alone in a room with this beautiful man, and now temptation has taken over, and then you have a hoe in the room with the man, and the intention, and all the temptation, the intention is to get my money. So if I don't have my money, then it's like it's no temptation enough. There's a clear goal, okay? And it's a disciplined goal. All right, so this is where we're going. I just don't want you to think like we out here just glorifying hoes. This is the sacred woman glorifying hoes. By the way, the hoe is a sacred woman too. Okay, just can we throw that out there too, because nobody want to talk about that. Anyway, so top shelf men, we're moving on. This says that a typical girl doesn't approach men, instead she waits for a good man. Okay, and it talks about how that may not be the best setup. Okay, it talks about again how we overpraise for things that shouldn't be praised. It says that you kind of create a fantasy. Okay, you create a fantasy that clouds the functionality of a relationship when you praise someone for doing things that they supposed to fucking do anyway. Okay. I use the example of our children because that's easy for us to understand. Not paying for somebody to do chores when you feel like they should do it anyway. When a lot of us as women, we feel like we affirming him. Yeah, when we overpraise for, like, you have people out here thinking they're doing favors, so you got to be honest, okay? All right, so moving on. My first question to women, guy troubles, you like cute boys. Hold on, moving on. We're there. Top shelf dick. I actually see that highlighted here. The eruption I'm talking about. Here we go. Pushes all the right buttons. All right. Yeah. Here we go. This is loaded gun. My first question is to most women who come to me with guy troubles. What do you like about him exactly that makes you want to keep fighting for him? Most can't really tell me because it's nothing concrete or amazing. They're wide open due to an indiscernible feeling that they don't experience with the average lane. He's above average looking, not above average in his actions, just above average looking. But at the moment of moistness, it all blends, making Derek the postman into Derek the perfect man. You like cute boys, you're turned on by cute boys, and you want to sit on the face of cute boys. You're horny, and he pushes all the right buttons, and that's what you like about him. Ladies aren't allowed to communicate these thoughts because the status quo has determined that a sexually expressive woman is a slut. Instead of saying, I want to fuck him, a proper young lady is supposed to say, I want to be his girlfriend. This is slut shaming, 101, brainwashing that makes girls see love when it's only lust. Due to this emotional girdling, all that pent-up lust eventually erupts, and she'll become just another lovesick girl who doesn't understand why she had sex so fast, why she couldn't see that he was a jerk from the start, or why she reacted like a psychopath over a man that she barely knew. The eruption I'm talking about is the suspension of all standards when faced with a good-looking man or any man that you've emotionally connected with romantically, also known as top shelf dick. Picture your fantasy man. It can be a tall, dark, and handsome football player or a bearded outdoors type, whatever gets your juices flowing. Place the two of you in the same room, his voice low and engaging, his hands politely stroking your knee, the sexual tension thicker than the Chris Christie and the Bubble Goose. You can be a moral woman, a church-going woman, or a classy woman. It doesn't matter how you describe yourself, you're still a human being. At the peak moment of attraction, you will become high on sexual energy, and you're most likely going to give into your craving for the physical touch of a man and then hold off on the relationship talk, hold off on the trust talk, hold off on the sincerity test. Willpower versus the pleasure principle is like throwing rocks at a tank when you lack real discipline. You want to see how big his dick is? You want to feel how hard it can get while inside you? And every ounce of your body has already caved in, leaving only one last move to seal the deal. Him taking that pussy and you submitting. Most women pursued by top shelf dick will have sex before they are ready. You couldn't help. Nigga, why you all in my business? Hey. Who asked you? All right, wait a minute. Hold on. All right, hold on. Give me a minute. Shit, let me get some water. Hold on right here. Give me a minute. Oh, you know what? Before too much time passes, because I'll fuck around and forget. The sister asked me the size of those bags. So here go my bag, okay? The $99 John, okay? This is my bag. Okay, hold on. Just trying to show you the size of the bag, okay? That's the size of the bag. Okay. If you got a large book bag, That's the size of your book bag.